Hello and welcome. Embedded World 2025, last day. So we are happy to have Heike Jordan here at our booth.
Hi.
She's with emlix, one of our long-term partners and very close partner related to software support, Linux support. Mm-hmm. We are working for more than 20 years together.
Yeah, more than 20 years.
Not personally,
actually.
but the companies. So very happy to have you here at the booth. We see the Cyber Resilience Act becomes more and more important. It's been live or legal since December. So of course we receive a lot of questions from the customers, and we as F&S, we are board manufacturer. So our core competence is developing and producing the embedded boards. We take care of ESPs, driver support and so on. We also make sure that we upgrade security patches and so on. But we definitely need to have partner when customers come to us who want to have an extended service, which we as board manufacturer can't offer. So Heike, maybe you can explain first a few words about emlix, what you're doing, what the company is doing, and then we can go ahead with which services you offer.
Okay. So thank you very much. I'm happy to be here to have this talk to you. So emlix is a company founded in 2000. We are about 70 engineers now, and we are embedded Linux experts for now more than 25 years, more than 20 together with F&S in very different projects in different industries, medical, measurement technology, and whatever. Mostly doing the more specific Linux tasks or security tasks or safety tasks or whatever. Yeah. So emlix is a company, Linux experts on one hand, on the other side we provide security and safety engineering and lifecycle maintenance for embedded Linux systems.
Talking about different customers, so we know on the one hand, we have existing customers, they have the application, the hardware, everything is ready. Everybody was happy because nothing to do, but then even those customers with connected devices, they have to deal with Cyber Resilience Act, with new situation. On the other hand, we have customers who start from scratch with a complete new product. So there's different need for support. Yeah. So maybe you can explain a little bit in which stages you can support the customers. Yeah,
so actually we have a lot of customers who are looking for support with a reference to the Cyber Resilience Act and also other long-established industrial norms like the 62443, for example. And as you said, there are the one customers who can start on the green field and do a new design. They are lucky. But there are a lot of customers who have already products in the field, and they need to do at least the most mandatory aspects of the Cyber Resilience Act. And this, in my point of view, is to have a current version of the software components and to do the CVE monitoring or vulnerability management. So this is, I guess, what everybody needs. It sounds easy to do an update. Usually it is not. So maybe first of all, you need to do software bill of material if the customer does not have one. Yeah. If this exists, you will do an update of the components, maybe qualify some components, whether they fulfill the requirements, the original requirements, and then set up a CVE security monitoring. So CVE security monitoring with respect to the Cyber Resilience Act or the 62443 means that you collect all CVEs which apply for the components included into the board support package. You have to find out whether they apply for the specific versions, for the specific configuration. Yeah. But all standards I'm aware of also requires an assessment of each security finding, which means you have to make sure, or you have to look at the context of the board support package of the component, whether in this specific context the CVE is critical or not.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is engineering work. You can't do it in an automated way, and this is what what is the most benefit for our customers, that we do this assessment. And then you have kind of a learning system, because in the moment you have assessed one CVE, you can introduce it, for example, in a dependency track system, and you don't have to assess the CVE a second time. So after this setup has taken place, the customers get a very cost-efficient way to do the security monitoring for years. And the system is learning and learning and learning.
Yeah. Okay.
I think, well, as you said, the more lucky customers definitely are those who start a new design. Then it definitely makes sense to do a proper security engineering from the start. Starts with the choice of hardware, as you know, and there F&S is a brilliant partner. And then to set up a security concept together with the normal system engineering and to have a reliable concept from the beginning. But this also will end in a CVE security monitoring for the life cycle, which in our projects is very often 15 years or something like that.
Yeah, depending on the market. So, you know, we are in different markets. What I would like to finally ask, we now talked more about Cyber Resilience Act and CVE monitoring, but you are also very strong when it's about safety applications.
Yes.
How can you support customers on this side?
Okay, there are classical approaches, which usually are redundancy approaches or some architectural solutions. Also, with this approach, there's no safety load on the Linux kernel, but the Linux kernel and its memory management is supervised by a supervisor software. And the supervisor software takes the whole safety load and makes sure that there's a freedom from interference. So the Linux kernel cannot interfere with the userland and with the applications. Due to this approach, the customer will be able to run a ZIL2 or an AZIL-B application directly on the Linux system, use almost any Linux system. It does not have to be a specific safety Linux system. And this means that the customer can do the security lifecycle maintenance, for example, just with every other Linux system. There's nothing specific about this. So security and safety meet in a very cost-efficient and maintainable way.
So, summary, we are glad to have emlix as partner, just to support our customers and just add services beyond our capabilities. And so, once again, Heike, thanks for being here, for sharing some information with us.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to cooperate with you.
Thank you.